let me come to the topic of this webinar. This is a topic which is very close to my work. I have worked with a lot of horticulture companies in the Netherlands and outside of it as well. So I've learned a lot about why certain businesses perform well as opposed to certain other businesses. And we tried to study several businesses closely, and we came up with some interesting framework. So while businesses operating in different geographies, their way in which they operate and the way in which they engage with the market and the supply base is different, but they do have a very standard framework that they fulfill. And today I'm going to introduce you that framework specific very briefly, and then take you through 5 different cases in different parts of the world and how each of these cases comply to this particular framework. What do they do in the context of this framework, which is the business model? So when we studied, especially the Luye tomaten and a few other cases in the Netherlands, I have several cases from the Netherlands which I have closely worked with, but I have only taken one because I wanted to offer variety from different geographies. So this is a framework that we have developed in the Netherlands based on our interaction with the entrepreneurs that are growers, that are serious growers in the fresh produce industry. They do a lot of greenhouse cultivation in the Netherlands. And what we have seen is that they really have the businesses that are doing very well have a very differentiated competitive value proposition, and their distribution strategy is aligned with the competitive value proposition. They don't sell to anybody and everybody that approaches them. They have a very aligned approach to selling this or taking their production to the market. They believe a lot in chain partnership. They invest a lot, and they really think about the betterment of their chain partners as much as they think about their business. And what is interesting, I mean, we have a lot of talk about sustainability and sustainability elements. What we have seen is the businesses that really perform well on a continuous basis, sustainability is an integral part of their competitive value proposition. So these 4 elements form or we have observed these 4 elements to form the critical contributing factors to a successful and profitable business. And we did extensive research and work on how to develop each of these components for businesses that are wanting to do that. So if you're really interested to know more about that, we have a course which takes you to that through that process. It's available on the catalog, and it would be too short for a webinar. It would take about 2 to 4 hours of your time to finish this particular course. It has a lot of interesting stories. It has very short cases. And our model is that we will not upload anything that is more than 3 pages. We try our best not to do anything of that sort. So which means it can take you through the learning process very quickly. So in this webinar, what I'll try to do is I'll focus specifically on the case studies and show you how each of these businesses are applying the business model framework that we have developed, or how the business model framework fits into their operations. So the Honing Tomaten is a case where we have worked very closely with. Vita Snack is a case that we have worked very closely with. The other 3 are the businesses that we have researched on. That is the Lufa Farms from Canada, Sun Moon Foods, and that's a very interesting story. So Sun Moon Foods and Home Veg Tanzania. So now you will see that each of them will be operating very differently. Their business operation is different, their scope is different, but they do comply to the 4 business model components.